Okay, so here we are at the chart table. A quick return to the chart table, and what's happened is I've got the area behind these mostly cleaned out, and these are the new panels. And how these work is I've put in these threaded inserts into the backing here, and I'm going to put some clips on the backs of these so they stay with the panel. But these fold down now, and then I'll be mounting some additional material back here to attach some bus bars and miscellaneous things that don't need to be on the panel but need to feed to the panel back here. And this blue panel also will have some instrumentation added to it. It folds down the same way so I can access the back of it and plug things in. But for right now, I'm just going to leave these the way they are, and I'm pretty pleased with the whole way it's set up. So my AC panel is here, and then I have a DC panel, so I've got 16 DC circuits and 6 AC circuits that I can use, which should be plenty for what this boat has on it installed and maybe future installs. And then my radios will then be moved over into this area. As I mentioned before, this will all disappear, this speaker, and then I'll have my SBB radio and then my VHS radio over here, and then probably a little panel over there as well, because I want to put a on-off switch on my AIS so that I can turn it off if we happen to venture into pirate waters. That's always recommended. But anyway, I'm pretty pleased with this whole setup. This is my screen for my Raspberry Pi chart plotter. The Raspberry Pi will be located actually back behind this panel on a backing board back there. It doesn't really need to be out in the general area, and it'll be it's already in a watertight container. It's actually right here behind this. It's still mounted on the board that was there, but it's fairly easy to access to get the functionality out of it. And then the only thing that will be let out here will be a couple of lines that come in probably behind this panel if it stays there. I may actually mount it up on the ceiling here so I can just look up and see it, so it's not actually on the on this. So if that ends up being the case, then those wire leads will be up here on top. Okay, so that's done. And then the other thing I did is I put this up. I did a little work on my engine, and I've got my new glow plugs in. I don't know if you can see these. I put the new glow plugs in, and I also put in this new bus bar. I put in a brass bus bar. The old bus bar was steel, and so I've added this new brass bus bar, and I'm hoping that that gives me a little bit better contact. And I tried to start the engine yesterday, and I don't know if I've shown this before, but this is my spaghetti wiring back here in the back, boat spaghetti. And that bundle right there that's going up is a huge bundle of wire that goes up to where my instrument cluster is, which doesn't really need that many wires. I think half of those wires really don't do anything anymore. And there's this incredible spaghetti of bus wires back here. I can't believe that every one of these grounds that's back here does something. It looks like some of them might have used to have done something and now they don't. Those are my batteries. And then the spaghetti wiring continues over on this side with, again, more crazy bus bars and other things, that some of things that don't work and some of the things that do. I think actually up here there's more spaghetti wiring, and those 3 instruments up there, I think only one did work when we got the boat, and that was the one in the middle, which was the depth sounder, and I think all of them don't work now because I took that depth sounder out and I'm putting in a new one up on the helm. So those need to come out and be sealed up. And then I found out back there in the back where my panel is that instead of having a single little hole for all the wiring to go through to the panel, they have cut a chunk about 1 foot by 1 foot out of that. So that's got to be fixed as well. So I've got some boat patching to do in general, and we'll have to get that done. I'm not sure what this big coil of yellow wire is here. It's yellow and white, or it used to be white and now it's yellow. I'm not sure, but I got to figure out what that goes to as well. It may not do anything. And then I've got other bits of instrument. I know that that is a shunt right there, and I believe this is part of my battery monitor system, and I'm not sure what that does. It doesn't really, probably says on it somewhere what it does. I don't think it does anything anymore either. So anyway, lots of boat project stuff to do. So I got lots of potential videos to make, and I guess I'll leave that for today. I just came down to actually get some pictures of stuff that I need to replace. So we'll go on from there more later.